vehicle.
What is your badge number, sir?
My badge number is 16.
Officer Randall, badge number 16.
Yes, sir.
I do not condone this.
Before we even hit play, let's set the stage, because this one is a perfect storm of confidence, confusion, and classic sovereign citizen logic. We've got a routine traffic stop, something that should take maybe 5 minutes tops, and instead, it spirals into a full-blown legal meltdown. On one side, you've got a police officer doing exactly what the law requires, trying to identify a driver with no license plates. On the other side, we've got someone who clearly believes the rules don't apply to him, throwing around phrases like, "I don't answer questions, I don't consent," and of course, the fan favorite, "contract." Now here's the twist. None of those phrases actually do what he thinks they do. Not legally. Not even a little bit. And that's what makes this so fascinating, and honestly, a little painful to watch. Because as this unfolds, you're going to see a man double down on arguments that have been debunked over and over again in courts across the country. The real question is, how far is he willing to take it? And more importantly, how is this going to end for him?
Guys, my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and to not say anything further without presence of attorney and counsel.
Okay, just so you know, sir, it is a crime to fail to carry and present. So if you do not have registration, then I will be have to force to detain you until I can identify who you are.
Are you now, Officer Randall, attempting to threaten me and put me in a situation of duress and force,
No, sir,
and put me under an
unlawful crime? So it's a simple question. I'm just asking for your identification, and then we can proceed, make sure everything's good, and then I can get you out of here.
I don't answer questions, and I don't.
Off to the races. Notice how quickly this escalates from a simple question, "What's your name?" into a wall of resistance. This is a classic sovereign citizen tactic. Refuse to answer basic identifying questions under the belief that silence somehow invalidates the officer's authority. But here's the reality. When you're operating a vehicle on public roads, you are subject to traffic laws. Period. What's especially interesting here is the immediate hostility paired with misplaced confidence. He's not unsure. He's convinced he's right. And that's what makes these encounters so unpredictable. Because from the officer's perspective, this is now no longer a routine stop. It's a non-compliant individual who may force escalation. So here's a question for you watching. At what point does asserting your rights cross the line into actively making your situation worse? Because we're already seeing that lines start to blur, and we're only...
It's about 8:45 on Wednesday morning. I'm on my way to work, just minding my own business, when Officer Friendly pulled up behind me. I don't even know if he's an officer. I asked him for his name and badge number. His name is Randall. I forgot the badge number, but I should have it on recording. He said I was being detained because I wouldn't give him my license and registration. So I am charging him for his time right now.
Critical, and also incredibly telling. The driver jumped straight to false arrest, but nothing even close to an arrest has happened yet. He's being lawfully detained for a traffic violation, specifically operating a vehicle without visible registration or plates. That's not optional. That's not a suggestion. That's the law. And here's where the misunderstanding really kicks in. Detention is not the same as arrest. The officer clearly explains that he's not free to leave, which is exactly what a traffic stop is, a temporary detention. But instead of processing that, the driver escalates rhetorically, throwing around legal terms without understanding.
We'll see. Winning of the world. And And of course, I've invoked my Fifth Amendment rights as soon as he said I was being detained. Invoked my Fifth Amendment rights and requested counsel.
Yet you continue to run your mouth, sort of destroying the whole point of it.
And told him he will be prosecuted for false arrest and will be charged for his time, for my time that he's taking up.
The contract argument makes its grand appearance. This is one of the most common and most misunderstood claims in sovereign citizen rhetoric. The idea is that laws are somehow contracts, and unless you agree to them, they don't apply to you. It sounds clever on the surface, until you realize it completely collapses under even basic legal scrutiny. Laws aren't contracts. There's no offer, no acceptance, no negotiation. They are rules established by governing bodies that apply to everyone within that jurisdiction. You don't get to opt out of traffic laws the same way you might decline a gym membership. What's fascinating here is how confidently this is delivered, complete with references to consideration and the statute of frauds. It's like watching someone use advanced vocabulary in the wrong language entirely. And while it might sound impressive to someone unfamiliar with the law, in reality, it just signals a
No, it's not him. Okay, sir. So
mode from the driver. And this is where things get almost surreal. He genuinely believes he's in the right, to the point where he's now charging the officer for his time. That's not just incorrect, it's completely disconnected from how the legal system works. You can't invoice law enforcement because you don't like being stopped. And listen closely to the tone here. It's calm, almost casual, as if he's documenting a minor inconvenience rather than actively escalating a legal situation. That disconnect is what makes this so compelling. Because from his perspective, he's building a case. From reality's perspective, he's building charges. Also, the lack of awareness about something as basic as the car model, that's just the cherry on top. It highlights how little attention is being paid to the actual situation versus the imagined legal.
okay, if I can't identify you and you don't want to provide that information to me, it's called fail to carry and present, okay, which is a crime. So I'm trying to do the easy thing, identify who you are, issue a citation, and we'll get you out of here if I can do that. If
I've
I
invoked
can't,
my
and you
right,
refuse
my
to do
Fifth
so,
Amendment
I am
right.
going to be forced to place you under arrest.
I've
You
invoked
understand
my
that?
Fifth Amendment right
Okay, go ahead and step out of the
to
vehicle for me.
remain silent
Sir,
without presence.
go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest.
I've invoked my Fifth Amendment
Step
right.
out of the vehicle now.
That might be one of the most unintentionally comedic lines in the entire encounter, but it also perfectly captures the core issue. Identification, in a legal context, isn't about pointing to your face. It's about providing verifiable inform.
Wrong.
Sir, I can't hear you. If you roll your window down a little bit more, I can be able to talk to you.
I am doing nothing wrong,
Okay, like I said, you are under arrest at this time.
which is why I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right
Okay,
to
and you
remain
can do
silent.
that, and that's fine. So all I'm asking for you is to step out of the vehicle. I won't ask you any more questions or anything like that, but you do need to step out of the vehicle because you are under arrest.
Is that an order?
It is an order.
You heard it here first, folks. He ordered me out of the